good, I have 365 unread emails in my inbox, which means I only have to read one a day for the rest of the year. Alright, one down. Now, as long as nobody else sends me any emails, then I'll be far. Oh, I have to read more than one email a day? What do you think this... Oh, come on! 398? Stop emailing me! People, 409? That's copyrighted. Quick, somebody else email me. Phew, much better.
Hey, guess what? This is my theme song.
Today's the 1 week anniversary of the rapture that never was. Is it sad that I kind of pictured an electrical storm starting over Jerusalem, like over some big synagogue in Jerusalem, and then slowly building and building until finally at the exact moment the clock ticks into the time that it was supposed to start, that it kind of expands out in a big, like, ever engulfing wave of electricalness and like spreads out over the whole planet. But don't worry, there's always some rogue band of heroes there just in time to save the day. Yeah, sure, the surrounding area around the synagogue for a couple of miles was destroyed, but, you know, they're doing this alone. I mean, they're not Superman or anything like that. No one else in the entire world is helping them. They just go on with their lives, not even knowing of the impending doom that never happened. Unless they are Superman. No, it can't be. Superman's fictional. So I have bad news, and then more bad news, and then good news, followed by some bad news. Bad news the first, my cookies haven't come yet. It's Memorial Day weekend, which, you know, mail system's all screwed up. So I'm still waiting on those cookies I ordered last week. Bad news the second. If you're a Doctor Who fan, and you live in America like me, then you get gypped. BBC America isn't showing the 6th episode of Doctor Who, Almost People, today. They're going to wait till next week on account of Memorial Day weekend. Darn Memorial Day weekend screwing up everything for everybody. Which means that those of us in America are going to be a week behind for the rest of the season. Because everybody else across the pond gets to still watch Doctor Who today. We just get a bloody marathon. That's right, I said bloody and didn't censor it out. What are you going to do about it? What? Ah, that's rubbish. In one of my previous videos, I traveled into the future and watched the entire season of Doctor Who all at once. And I know that some of you know that because a few of you have been emailing me asking me for spoilers, and I keep telling you the same thing. Spoilers! It's a great big story, can't be told, it has to be lived. But seeing as how BBC America is withholding the episode, and you're not going to get to see it till next week, I am going to go ahead and give you the spoiler for that episode anyways. Spoiler alert, spoiler warning, if you don't want the spoiler from this episode, which by the way, it's a major spoiler, if you don't want it, stop watching the video right now. You should have known better than to believe that superimposed image that was over the screen that implied the video was over when it really wasn't. But just one spoiler. That's all you're getting from me. No man should know too much about his own future. The kind words of Doc Brown. Hey, do you think that Doc Brown from Back to the Future was named after the Doctor? They're both a madman with a time machine. I did love how the two doctors, or I should say the Doctor and Mr. Smith, got along together. That was, I mean, logically, when you get two doctors, two of the Doctor together, they're gonna be friends, you know. The Ganger Doctor, when he said, "Call me Mr. Smith, John Smith," I really wanted him to say Matt Smith, because, you know, it's Matt Smith. You know it's funny, but you're not laughing because you've already thought about it. Watch the screwdriver carefully when it comes time to try to decide which Doctor is real. Watch the screwdriver. We find out in this episode that Amy is in fact pregnant. However, that's not the real Amy. That is a Ganger. That is a Rebel Flesh almost person. The Doctor knows it. Nobody else knows it. Not even Rory knows it. But the real Amy is somewhere else, with a big old pregnant belly, about to give birth. Oh Oh yeah, I promised you a bit of good news followed by a bit more bad news. Well, there is no good news. That's the bad news. I lied about there being good news.